everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the Andor analysis. Finally, it's here. Season 2. We got the first 3 episodes last night. Just finished watching episode 3 about 20 minutes ago. Elizabeth came on yesterday to playing the Phillies, so I am not going to miss that. So as soon as that was over, I played episode 1 and 2 last night, and today I watched episode 3. And I kind of... I'm in a really weird place with it so far, because the best clip that they showed us in the ads, leading up to the release was the one with the TIE fighter and the Battlefront heavy trooper, or what, shock trooper? What do they call them? Shock troopers? And that happened in the first 15 minutes of the episode of episode 1. And then from there, although it was interesting and I enjoyed the politics and how they're setting up for something to happen on to the Gorman, I think they're just going to go in and exterminate everybody on the planet because they, said, let's make believe there's a plague and everybody will just leave. And I don't know, somebody commented that the Gorman aren't that way. So I can see the Empire going in and just killing everybody. Actually creating a plague and killing everyone. But episode 1 was decent. It did drag in spots, and then Andor gets stranded on this planet. Now I couldn't follow along with what he was doing on that planet. Was he meeting somebody there to drop off the TIE fighter? Was there another ship that they were supposed to load, a freighter? Because they mentioned in episode 3, when he called the gift shop and talked to the chick with the Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula haircut. They did mention that I'm not the pilot. This isn't the freighter. I'm all by myself, kind of thing. So I don't know if I'd have to watch it again. I think I'm going to watch it again tonight. And this whole group of people that he runs into on this planet, who are they? I was totally confused as to who they are. And did we need to throw episode 2 in there just to slow Andor down? Or should I say, slow Cassian down? Give us more time with this whole wedding to go down and the tensions between Luthen and Mon Mothma. And how this guy wants, I guess he wants to go into business with Luthen. So episode after the first 15, 20 minutes of episode 1, the rest of the episode drags. Kind of boring. Some interesting parts with but I find all the parts with the Empire fascinating. All the meetings. And everybody said the first season was a slow burn and boring, which it was. But there were parts in there where, like, I really enjoyed the Empire meetings and stuff like that, and that scene from the original Star Wars where they're talking about the Death Star, and where Luke chokes the guy and says, "Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed." That was always interesting to me. That the military parts. And we got some of that in episode 1, and it's cool to watch. But then episode 2 was just, I don't know what they were doing or why they needed to have Andor on this jungle world. And then they get attacked by a monster, and who is it that's firing at them from the woods? And finally we're just about to get out. And then we get episode 3. We're back on the wheat planet. And then we have that whole scene where there's an attack on Bix, which I understand the connotations of it, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, the situation is bad, and what was going to happen was bad, but it wasn't what everybody said it was. Let me tell you, it wasn't. What show was it that I just watched that and that had that throughout the entire series? Oh, the 1923. It wasn't anywhere near as graphic as what they did in 1923. I mean, 1923 was I was almost to the point where I'm not, waiting for Spencer to get back, and then all this horrendous stuff that Timothy Dalton's character did. I was ready to punch out in 1923. So what they did here with Bix wasn't even close. And she took care of him. And I thought she did it very, very well. And I hate. And is she having dreams of when she was captured the first time? And that's what happened to her the first time. So is this a recurring theme where she just has these horrible things happen to her whenever Cassian isn't around? I think it was episode 1 where she wakes up from a nightmare, and that's what was happening. Is it foreshadowing? Is it her? Does she have clairvoyance or force powers or something that she can see what's going to happen to her? Or was that something that happened to her in the beginning when in season 1 when she was captured by the Empire? Did that happen to her? Then we get episode 3, and episode 3, I kind of liked episode 3 because we're still at the wedding. Andor's escaped, or Cassian has escaped. And at the wedding, Mon Mothma, man, I think she's done. I think it's one of those things where she looked at the party. She wasn't drinking. She wasn't dancing. And she saw all these people partying it up. And she knows what's coming as far as the Empire is concerned. And watching this whole room full of people just not caring. And she can see what's going to happen and what's coming and what she's attempting to prevent. I think she just said, "That's it. I'm done." And she started drinking and she started dancing. And I think that's where she flips and, I don't know, maybe leaves the Senate and starts the rebellion. We see Mon Mothma's sister and her girlfriend at the very end. And it's pretty neat the way she gets into the car with what was his name? Firtha, the dad. That was whose son was getting married. So I don't think we'll see him too much anymore. I think it's going to be one of those. They're going to the train station, if you know what I mean. Back to a 1923 reference or a Yellowstone reference. And Cassian gets a hint that he is something's going on the wheat planet, and he heads off there, and he arrives just in time, blows the crap out of some Imperials. Excuse me, but unfortunately, their buddy, everybody that I seem to like, the big guy, unfortunately, he ends up buying it when he's riding his motorcycle. He's on the speeder. I guess they hop in the TIE fighter and they head on out. It's Cassian, Bix, and the kid. I'm wondering, did their friend actually turn them in to the Empire because they were not supposed to be there, and he's just covering his own ass? Could be. But that's it. That's as far as episode 1. Because of the beginning alone, I give it a 6 out of 10. Episode 2, man, I almost couldn't finish it. It was late at night. It was kind of boring. I give that a 3 out of 10. And then episode 3, I really enjoyed episode 3. Not as good as, what they say is coming down the road. If you listen to Chris Gore, who's seen the whole thing, he's saying that episode 5 is where it really kicks in good. So 5, 6, and 7 are amazing. So I'll give episode 3 maybe a 5, or man, you know what? I'll put it up there with episode 1. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. So we have a 6 out of 10 for episode 1, a 3 out of 10 for episode 2, and a 6 out of 10 for episode 3. And that is, it has me waiting for next week. And I'm hoping next week. Oh, I forgot to mention the Deirdre and Cyril thing. And man, when She takes Cyril's mom out to the woodshed while he's out of the room, pouting in the bedroom, just laying down on the bed, and she is tough. I like her character. Something's gonna happen to her because, you know, she is not in Rogue One. And to see Krennic, nice to see Krennic. So far it's pretty good. So we have a 6, 6, and 3. That is 12. That is a 15 divided by. So we're averaging 5 out of 10 so far, right? Pretty good for Star Wars. Usually Disney Star Wars is down around a 1 for me. I don't watch any of the kids stuff. I don't watch any of the 3D animation, computer generated animation stuff. Ahsoka, I don't know those characters because those characters were in animation style and brought to real life. And we have Acolyte, which was trash. Would have been so much better. I was hoping it would be really good. But reading through some of the comments on Twitter and on some of the YouTube videos that I've watched, I don't think people are giving it a chance. People are just hating on it because it's Disney. And the cool thing now is to hate Disney Star Wars. I'm going to be honest. If it's decent, I'm going to let you know. If it's crap, I'm also going to let you know. I'm not just going to hate something to fit in a niche. I want it to be good. I want it to live up to the old days. I want it to return to its glory. And if they can keep the realism, keep the lived-in look, I think that's what made Mandalorian good. Until they decided, look, we need to keep Baby Yoda in this thing because he sells merchandise. I think they missed the boat on that one. As for Andor, so far 5 out of 10 from me. It's the average of the first 3 episodes. We'll see where it goes from here. Should be getting a trailer or a coming soon or next week on, which I hope they do. What are your thoughts on Andor Season 2 so far? First 3 episodes only. If you've seen all of them, don't spoil them. Let me know what your thoughts are about Andor Season 2. I would love to hear them. Honest answers. Don't just be hating on Star Wars because it's the cool thing to do. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to next week. We will see you next Wednesday for another Andor analysis. If you like what you heard, please like and subscribe. If you didn't like what you heard, thanks for watching so far. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next Wednesday for another Andor analysis. And then Friday. Next Friday, what's the date of next Friday? Next Friday, May 2nd, we begin season 2 of Federation Friday, where we rewatch and review the original series of Star Trek. Looking forward to that. Until then, see you next time. This has been the Andor Analysis. We'll talk to you soon.